Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to work on page 11. So there is no number for this piece, holiday sampler. But yeah, so this time we are going to only work this piece. Okay? So yeah, let's start. Holiday sampler. The tempo marking is allegro, which means fast tempo, and arranged by John O'Reilly and Mark Williams. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, and time signature for this piece is 4/4, which means 4 quarter notes in each measure. And so you can, and also you can see numbers on 5 lines in um, what is it? In box. Yeah, so that's measure number. Okay, so let's say if you see 5 in box is like a fifth measure of this piece, and on the third row you can see 13 in white box, which means it's 13th measure of this piece. Okay, so yeah, um, this piece is made up of um, combination of what we have learned. Okay, so range from B to G. Okay, and we have quarter note, half note, and whole note, um, quarter rest, half rest, and whole rest. Okay, and there is no breathing mark, so yeah, you can just follow me how to breathe, and also when you have rest, you can breathe freely. Okay. Uh, okay. Since it's allegro, fast tempo, I'm going to play a little bit fast with 120 BPM. Is it too fast? Okay, I'll try. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the piece. How does it sound like? Is it too difficult for you? Yeah, I mean, I played it fast, so it could be a little bit difficult for you to play in this tempo right away. But I recommend you to practice in slow tempo first. Okay, and you can divide the phrases. Okay, so that you can practice uh, one phrase first, and if you are doing well, then you can practice another phrase. Okay, so yeah. Mm, so let's say from the beginning to uh, from the beginning to uh, third beat of measure 8 on second row, we have a quarter rest. Yeah, you get it? So we can divide a phrase um, between that quarter rest. So let's say the first phrase is, I mean, a long phrase. It is a long phrase, but first phrase is from the beginning to the second beat of eighth note. Okay, and second phrase of this piece begins from the last beat of um, measure 8 to the last beat of measure 14. Yes? And in measure 14, we have a whole rest. So you can take a rest for a bit. And new phrase starts from the beginning of measure 15 to the second beat of measure 18. Okay? So it's a little bit short phrase. Okay. And the next phrase starts from where? The last beat of measure 18 to the last beat of measure 23. Okay. Actually, you can divide that long phrase, but yeah, I'll just say this phrase is from the last note of 18, measure 18 to the last note of measure 23. Yep, and new phrase start from the beginning of measure 25 to the last note of measure 26, and we have a whole rest. So next phrase start from measure 28, the beginning first beat of measure 28 to the last beat of measure 31. Yeah, and we have whole rest again. And next phrase start from measure 33 to the second beat of measure 40. All again, this long phrase could be divided um, into two phrases, but yeah, let me say just yeah, even though it is a little bit long, but we can do that. Yeah. Um, you can, if you want to divide that long phrase, then you can start the new phrase from the first beat of measures 37. Yeah, so from measure 33 to 36, it's a short phrase, and measure 37 to the second beat of measure 40, it's another short phrase. Okay, so yeah, and next phrase start from the last beat of measure 40 and to the first beat of measure 43. Okay, and we have quarter rest and half rest, and the last phrase start from the first beat of measure 44 to the end. Okay, so uh, I I divided phrases based on rest. So yeah, it's not the quite right phrase in music. It might not be, but I'm just telling you as if you play this part even in the band. So let's say, okay. So yeah, I think it'll be no problem with that, with this, those dividing phrases. Yeah. Um, Let me play um, short phrase and stop, and play a next phrase and stop like this. Okay. Okay. This time I'm going to play a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is short phrase, and next short phrase is and take a breath and take a breath. And rest. This part, I'm curious. I think there are other instruments who play when we have rest. I guess. I guess. Anyway, so so you know how to. You just saw how to divide those phrases. Yeah. So basically, you can divide. You can take a breath right after playing low note, like whole note or like half note. Yeah. So you don't in general you don't take a breath between fast note, like between quarter notes. Let's say in this piece. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Let me play a little bit slower for you. 1, 2, 3. in purpose, I try to take a breath in many different ways, uh, but still makes sense. So yeah, you can take a breath every 2 measure, or you can take a breathe every 4 measures, or you can take a breath right after playing long note, like whole note or half note. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for today. So take care and see you next time. Bye.